Hello, good evening, children. Today we are going to start with the intermolecular interaction. Intermolecular interaction versus thermal energy. Interaction versus thermal energy. So I already told you that intermolecular interaction means attraction between the two molecules, and thermal energy, if we apply thermal energy to certain molecule, due to heat the particles expand. The particle expand due to heat. That's why the intermolecular interaction and the thermomolecular energy are opposite to each other. See example, there are three states of matter: gas, liquid, and solid. There are three states of matter. In this, the intermolecular attraction is stronger in solid. Solid is greater than liquid, greater than gas. So intermolecular interaction, in this is the order of intermolecular interaction. In solid, intermolecular force of attraction is strong. Liquid is moderate. In gases, the intermolecular attraction is less because the gaseous particles arrange with a large distance between them. So that is why then thermal energy is opposite to that of intermolecular interaction. Gas is greater than liquid, greater than solid. So in the thermal energy, in the gaseous space only more thermal energy is there. The liquid having less thermal energy and the solid having comparatively less thermal energy. So now I am going to tell about the pressure and temperature play the major role of converting one state of matter into another state. For example, if I increase the temperature, I am going to heat the ice. It will give water. Again I am going to heat it. It will give steam, water vapor or steam. Again I cool it. It also temperature plays a major role. If I increase the temperature, ice is converted into water and water is converted into steam. So temperature, in this way we find that temperature plays a major role of converting one of the state of matter into another state. One more example is given to you is that there are 11 carbon dioxide. Atmosphere is full of gases: dioxygen, dinitrogen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, everything present in the atmosphere, clouds. So gaseous particle also very important in our day-to-day life. There are 11 gases present in our 11 gases present in the periodic table. Present in the periodic table. What are they? I'll tell you. Hydrogen. Hydrogen is the smallest gas, and the next one is helium. Hydrogen, helium, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. So all these things are noble gases. Then other than oxygen, oxygen is a gas, nitrogen is a gas, chlorine is a gas, other gases, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fluorine gas is a fluorine. So these are all example of fluorine and chlorine in the 17th table. They are gases. Oxygen is a gas, nitrogen is a gas. So there are 11 gases present in the periodic table. Now I am going to explain the properties of gases. This we already learned in 9th standard. Gases does not have any shape and volume. It occupies the shape of the container. If I am taking one in a cylinder, I am taking gas molecule, then the cylinder is filled with gas. So the shape of the gas is similar to that, and volume is the volume of the container. Next, the thermal energy is far greater than the molecular attraction, because in the gaseous particles atoms are zigzagly arranged, atoms are far away from each other. Therefore the molecular attraction is less. Molecular attraction is less. Okay. Therefore, thermal energy is far greater than molecular attraction. Molecular attraction. Right. So third point, the thermal energy, the gaseous molecule exert pressure in all direction. Gaseous molecule equally exert pressure in all direction. The gaseous molecule has in expansion, the infinity expansion. Gas can be expanded at infinite level and can be compressed highly. We can compress the gas highly. Solid, very less compressibility. Liquid, moderate compressibility factor. But in the case of gas, yes, the atoms are far away from each other, so high compressibility. And expansion, we can expand the gas, so that's to infinity level. Diffusion, next point is diffuses. Gases diffuse equally and uniformly throughout the medium. So I am going to fill example diffusion, gases diffusion we learned in solution second lesson, that is carbonated drinks. All carbonated drinks containing gases. The gases are mixed with liquids by applying external pressure, by tightly closing the cork. That is why the gases can easily mix with the liquid. This type of process is called diffusion. Mixing is called diffusion. Next process, gases have a high spallation, thermal conductivity. Gases highly so from the sun, lot of heat will be coming out. So heat will be plays a major role. Next, I am going to tell about that three factors. What do you mean by volume, pressure, and temperature? The degree of hotness or coldness in a body is called temperature. Temperature may be stated in Kelvin statement and centigrade. And pressure, force per unit area is called pressure. Volume is nothing but in a container how much liquid present, that is called volume. Unit of volume for SI system is meter cube, and unit of volume in CGS system is centimeter cube. Commonly we ask the volume in liters. Volume unit is liter. Barometric, pressure is barometer, temperature Kelvin. These are the three things commonly we are using in our day-to-day life. Okay. Now we are going to start with some simple terms which is useful for the gas state of the reaction. One is gas state of the lesson. One is volume. Second one is pressure. Third one is temperature. Okay, we already explained pressure and temperature plays a major role of converting one state of matter into another state. See, now I am going to tell about volume. Volume is unit of volume is centimeter cube. SI unit, sorry, meter cube. And CGS, it is centimeter cube. Commonly we are used term is liter, moles per liter, like that we will discuss in the later classes. So volume of the gas means 1 liter of gas means the volume of 1 liter gas means the container. We have to measure the container. 1 liter container, we take 1 liter water, that is the volume. Next I am going to tell about pressure. Pressure is force per unit area of the container. See this, I have to apply pressure here. So the pressure is maximum here only, not here. So this is called the pressure. Pressure normally used term is unit of pressure is Pascal. 1 Pascal is equal to 1.03 into 10 to the power Pascal. Sorry. 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to this much. So atmospheric pressure also the unit of pressure. 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 1.1013 to the power 5 Pascal. Then temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Here we use the term unit of temperature is Kelvin. Kelvin is equal to 0 degree Celsius plus 273. You have to add. This is the formula of finding the term Kelvin. Now we are going to start with Boyle's law. Boyle's law. There are many gases laws: Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro law, Gay-Lussac's law. 4 laws we are going to learn here. Now I start with Boyle's law. Boyle's law tells that at constant temperature, pressure of the gas, fixed amount of gas is inversely proportional to the fixed amount of gas varies inversely to volume, inversely to volume of the gas, This is the definition. So what they are trying to tell is, at constant temperature should be constant, pressure of fixed amount of gas varies. If I increase the volume, pressure will be decreased. If I decrease the volume, pressure will be increased with the help of one diagram. One volume, 1 liter, right? Here full of gases. Gas. Next, volume equal to 0.5 liter. Right. So the volume, this is here increase in pressure, I am applying pressure here. Increase in pressure. Here decrease in pressure. Here increasing pressure. By applying the piston downwards, the volume decreases. Pressure of the gaseous molecules come close to each other. So each gas molecules show some pressure. So pressure will be increased. By decreasing the volume, the pressure will increase. By increasing the volume, pressure will decrease. So this is the diagram. Now I am going to explain with the derivation. See, pressure is inversely proportional to volume, or volume is inversely proportional to pressure at constant temperature and number of moles of gas. At constant temperature and number of moles of gas. So this is the diagram which explains the pressure and volume relation. Now I am going to tell about pressure is equal to K into 1 by V, or PV is equal to K1. So what is this? K is 1 is equal to proportionality constant. So this is proportional. It depends upon the amount of gas and the temperature. K1 value depends upon the amount of gas. Depends upon the amount of gas and temperature. 2 things. So these are very, very important things. Next one is, if suppose from this equation what I infer this, the second definition for Boyle's law is at constant temperature. See, I am telling T is temperature here. T is equal to temperature, V is equal to volume, P is equal to pressure, and N is equal to number of moles of gas. Here in this Boyle's law, gases also fixed. Amount of gas will be fixed. So proportionality K depends on these 2 factors. Now I am going to tell the definition for Boyle's law. At constant temperature, the product of pressure and volume of fixed gases are equal to constant. So now I am suppose we are going to take two gases. Pressure of the cylinder, I have drawn two cylinders. The initial pressure will take it as P1 and initial volume V1. Before the reaction, initial pressure is equal to P1, initial volume is equal to V1. Because I have drawn the two cylinders, that the first cylinder pressure is P1 and volume is V1, and initial final after compression, final pressure is equal to P2, final volume is equal to V2, and adding these two, the equation is PV is equal to K1 is the constant. Here P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 is equal to a constant. Like that we can write, or else we can write P1 V1 by P2 V2 is equal to constant. Both are same on division. So P1 V1 by V2. So this will be nothing that how much pressure you are applying, that much volume will decrease. That's the thing they are telling. If I increase the pressure to some extent, some amount of volume will decrease. If I decrease the volume, some amount of pressure will if I increase the volume, pressure will decrease. So these are the things related to Boyle's law. Now I am going to explain with the help of a graph. Graphical representation of Boyle's law. See, I am going to draw the graph. Pressure versus volume. The graph is like this. First one is like this, and second one is like this. This is P1, V1. This is P2 and V2. So if I am increasing the volume, pressure will be decreased. The graph tells about the volume is in x-axis and pressure is in y-axis. If I increase the pressure, volume will be decreased. If I decrease the pressure, volume will increase. This will take place at constant temperature. The reaction taking place at a constant temperature. Already I have explained the derivation. With the help of the derivation, we are taking the readings. With the readings, we are using pressure versus volume. With that data, we are plotting the graph. That graph is like this. Suppose the temperature is 200 Kelvin, 600 Kelvin. All these 6 readings will taking place at the same temperature. So this graph is called isotherms. These graphs are isotherms. Here all are taking place at 600 Kelvin, all readings. So pressure and volume only variable, temperature is a constant. This is the one graph which explains the derivation part. Pressure increases, volume will decrease. Pressure decreases, volume will increase. That is, pressure is inversely proportional to volume. Volume is inversely proportional to pressure. Next I am going to draw one more graph. That is pressure versus 1 by V, which will give straight lines. Because 1 by V is nothing but inversion of volume. So this pressure is inversely 1 by V. So pressure like this. So pressure increases, 1 by V also increases. 400 Kelvin, 600 Kelvin, 800 Kelvin, 1000 Kelvin. So all this reaction will take place at different temperatures. So that is why if I increase the pressure in this graph, 1 by V also increases. But all this reaction take place, this 6 values taking place at 400 Kelvin, this 6 values, 6 values, 600 Kelvin, this 6 values, 800 Kelvin. So this is also called as isotherm. The reaction, the only variable pressure and 1 by V is the variable, and volume temperature will not change. Next graph is PV versus P, pressure volume. Then I told you no, PV is equal to constant. So that this is taking place at T1 temperature and this is taking place at T2 temperature. T2 is always greater than T1. PV and P are constant, so there is no increase. Only the temperature will be increased. Nothing will be increased here. So this this T2 is more than T1. Temperature of T2 is more than T1. PV versus P curve is equal to constant. This is the third curve. It's already derived from the experiment. Thank you, children. Have a nice day. Next class we will discuss about the next law. In this law we discussed about Boyle's law, which tells about pressure. If I increase the pressure in a gaseous system, volume will automatically decrease. That will be explained with the derivation and graph. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.